Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another sale. This is a one-of prototype, just knives that I've had laying around, some of them for quite a while. Okay, so anyway, forgive my appearance. I've been in the shop all day, and oh, you don't see my boo-boo today? See that? That grinder, got into a grinder. See how that finger's swollen? Look at the other finger. See how it's swollen? I hit the grinder with this hand. What I did was I was wearing some earphones, and I reached in front of me, and when I did, I grabbed the earphones, jerked it out of my ear. So I hit the grinder on the back side, and I went through the grinder, or past the grind belt, and reflex, I jumped back, I pulled my hand back, and when I did, I hit the back side of the belt that pulled my hand all the way through over the wheels and everything else. And man, it's amazing I didn't break my finger. It really is. Oh, it hurts. Oh man, it hurts. See the black? See the black? We powered through it. We got some knives and mailed out today anyway. So, all right, back to the sale. Okay. So most of these are going to be discounted. There, a lot of them are prototypes that I've used and tested and all this other stuff. There is one that I have not, that is not going to be back discounted, and it will be the last one that we go through or talk about. So anyway, so let's get started. The sale will be Friday. Let's see, I'm trying to figure the date out. Yeah. So today's the 27th, so it'll be the 29th, okay? So the 29th, which is a Friday, at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, okay? So it will be 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 10 o'clock Pacific Time, okay? That's how the time zones work, all right? So 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. That's noon. That's at lunchtime, okay? There's always people get confused about that. But anyway, hope that's clear as mud. And I'm sorry, there is no perfect time for everybody. So I make it at 12 o'clock. Hopefully that people can get their lunch break and do things. I don't try not to do them on weekends because a lot of people have plans for weekends. So I tried to do it on a Friday, which is probably the best day of the work week, and at noon and lunchtime. That's why I do this at lunchtime, is because hopefully people can set aside some time for that. But if you can't, then what you can do is watch this video, because it's going to be posted well in advance of the sale. You can go through there, pick out 4 or 5, and have somebody that you know, that you trust, say, okay, I want you to go in and buy these 3 if they're available in this priority, okay, as a proxy. So I have a lot of people that do that, okay. Now I recommend that these, if it's anything like before, these things are going to sell out in minutes, okay. So what I recommend is going on my website and become a member. That way all of your information is on my website. All your credit cards and everything is already there, so it's just, you don't have to put anything in. It's just a matter of clicking buy, okay. So that's how a lot of people get these things so quick. If you don't have the information there, by the time you plug everything in, somebody's probably already paid for it and gone, okay. So your information is as safe as it is on any other website in the world. Now, is anybody going to hack a WC Knives website? Highly doubt it, but who knows? Anything's possible. But I will not sell your information. So William's not going to take your information and make a billionaire out of it, okay? So anyway, you're safe with me, all right? Okay, again, on my website, available custom knives webpage. If you're not familiar with my website, I recommend you going right now to my website, www.wcknives.com. Go up to the top right corner. There's 3 little hashes. Click on that. A menu will drop down, and you will see a web page called Available Custom Knives. Nothing will be there until Friday, the 29th. Yep, the 29th at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. This sale will just pop up magically. Okay? All right. So if you get there early, just keep refreshing your screen, and it'll pop up when my computer says it is noon. All right. Okay. All right. So there won't be any specs or anything on the website. It will just show the knife and the handle and the price. I'm not going to go through the pricing here because I hadn't figured it out myself yet. But it will be cheaper than retail, except for one. Okay? All right. So it just depends on how much the knife has been used and you know what kind of shape it's in. This is as is. I am not going to go back through and regrind everything and polish everything back up. And it's just as is. Okay? As you see on this video, that's how you're going to get the knife. All right? Okay. Here we go. First one is one of the prototypes for, I was doing the Homesteader XL. This is a Saber version. A very comfortable handle. I love this handle. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this handle on another knife at some point. Because that handle is just, man, it is just unbelievable. This is orange Sure Touch with black pins. No liner. Okay? No liner. It is made out of Nitro V. Nitro V. Okay. Blade width at the handle is about 1 3/8. Cutting edge, it is a Saber grind. Saber. It's about a 4 7/8 cutting edge. Overall is 9 3/4. Handle is 4 3/4. Okay, that is, we're going to call this the Homesteader XL Prototype B. Okay, Prototype A is a full flat. Okay, full flat, and these knives are great in the kitchen. I mean, it's almost like a chef's knife. All right, so you can chop those veggies. Very fine point. Again, this handle is just unbelievable. I can't grip the handle. My finger is too sore. But the handle is just, man, it's just an awesome handle. This one's a little bit thicker. It's got liners on it. It's got the orange liners with orange pins. This is Camo Sure Touch. Okay, Camo Sure Touch. Hidden lanyard. Has a little bit finer point on it than the other one. See how the point's a little bit finer? Okay. So blade width on it is 1 1/4 at the widest part right there. Blade cutting edge is 4 3/4. Overall is 9 3/4. Handle is 4 3/4. Okay. And again, don't panic. You got plenty of time, folks. If you watch the video as soon as it comes on, then you're fine. Okay. Now here is a knife that is, it was kind of like the forerunner to the Northern Edge that you can buy through Northern Woodsman Elite store. This is one that was kind of a precursor to that. This one of them, I think, a model prototype I sold in a previous sale that they bought, Pano, and he's the one that said, hey, I like this design, let's come out with a variance of it. So anyway, this is Prototype B. This has teak wood with a burgundy liner and burgundy pins. It is a lot of handle. It's a very robust handle. The width of the handle is about I'd say an inch. It's at least 7/8. It's a lot of handle. Fills up the hand quite nice. 1/8 inch. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you what these were. 1/8 inch. These are 1/8 inch. 1/8 inch. Okay. 1/8 inch Nitro V. 1/8 inch Nitro V. And the cutting edge is a high Saber, very high Saber. See where the Saber grind is? Comes up to about there. All right. Cutting edge is 4 inches. Overall is 8 and say 7/8. Handle is 4 and 5/8. Okay. Very nice knife. I love that teak wood. That teak wood, man, is some great stuff. Phenomenal stuff. Okay. All right. I've got an old. This is the. And it will come with a sheath. If it comes with a sheath, I'll tell you in the video, and you'll see it in the picture. If the picture shows it on the website with a sheath, then it'll come with a sheath. Okay. Otherwise, if not, then no sheath. I'm not going to offer a sheath. I'm not going to make a sheath. But you talk to my buddy Randy at Stitch Gear Outfitters and send him the knife, he'll make you a sheath. All right. So here's the one of the WBKs, the Woodsman's belt knife. This is one of the ones that very, very early edition. These are stamped. These are not lasered. So this logo is hand stamped. And this is made out of AEBL stainless steel. You see the AEBL hand stamp on the back. It is made out of 5/32 AEBL. Okay. And it has wear. It has some polishing on it. The handle's dirty. I mean, it has been used. It has been used. Matter of fact, if you look at the video of batoning the good, the bad, the ugly, then that's the knife that you see in there. Cutting edge is 5 inches. Overall is 10 inches. Handle is 5 inches. Okay. There you have it, and it will come with a sheath. The sheath will fit. I mean, you could put a dangler on there if you wanted to, or a very narrow belt. I wouldn't even try a belt with it, really, for standard carry. But you could do horizontal very easily. It'll carry a belt, a 2-inch belt, easily. A 2-inch belt very easily. All right. Okay. So there you have it. And again, it will come as is. Here's one that I done years ago, and it will come with a little Kydex sleeve. Again, hand stamp. Okay, hand stamp. It's 01 steel, and it's a very close. It's very close to the Black Hat design, and he never saw this knife, so it just great minds, right? All right, so anyway, this is a very close variation of what Matt Mercer came up with. Handle, or the blade on it, is the width is at the widest part about let's call it 7/8. Blade is cutting edge is 3 and 7/8. Overall is 8.5. Okay. Handle is made out of toasted red oak. Toasted red oak with a black liner and black pins. Okay. It's a great little knife. It really is. It's being used a little bit, but not too bad. So there you have it. Be on the website. Okay. Now this is the Necessity B model. I put a little heat shrink handle on it. This has got a Scandy into a Saber. It's kind of blended in, so I'm not going to do that grind. We're going to stick with Prototype A that you've seen in previous videos. All right. So I don't know what this is. This is AEBL. Okay. Man, almost cut my hand. Cutting edge is 3 inches. Overall is 6 3/4. Okay, just the knife, no sheath, nothing. All right, just the knife. Okay, I've got 2, and they will be listed separately. 2 of these old Sloyd knives or wood carving knives. They're both made out of 01 tool steel. This is 3/32. This was 5/32. I'm forgetting the thickness on these stuff. This one was 1/8. Okay, but these are 3/32. Has a little thumb scallops on them. They're peg. They're rat tang. No sheath. Very comfortable to handle. Light, man. They're like feathers. Never been used. Never have been used. So we'll put those, list those on the website. Somehow when I sold these previously, I missed these too, and I don't know why. But anyway, somebody's lost and somebody's gained. So there they are. They're going to be on the website listed for sale. Also have one little peach seed skinner with a little sheath. This one is 01, again the old Texas stamp. 3/32 01 tool steel. It is pinged. It's a rat tail, has little thumb scallops on there slightly. Just a great little whittling knife. So again, that will be I missed it on the previous sale, so there you go. This will come with a Kydex sleeve. This is the Homesteader. Okay, Homesteader. This one's made out of Nitro V. That looks like 1/8 inch. Nitro V has Coyote Sure Touch with orange pins and an orange liner. Okay. Homesteader. If you don't know the dimensions on the Homesteader, this is the new updated version of Homesteader. 3 inch cutting edge. Overall is 7 1/2. Blade width at the handle is 1 1/4 inches. Now here is the original, the prototype A for the Homesteader. I started out with the name of the McCleaver, and everybody just said, no, you got to change the name. So anyway, this is the knife that started it all for the updated Homesteader. And this one is made out of CPM S35VN. See that right there? It's a little bit less than 1/8 inch, but not quite 3/32. So it's in between 3/32 and 1/8 inch. Okay. Coyote, again, with orange pins and the orange liner. Will come with the Kydex sleeve. As you see, there is markings on it. Where the marker, when I traced it to do the other designs, there is a marker. You see it right there on there. So if you want to take a piece of sandpaper and sand that out and then put a little oil on it, be my guest. Won't hurt a thing, but it'll come with those marks on it. Okay, be priced accordingly. All right, here is one that is never been used. I think this is a blade that I messed up on, and I just redid it to save the metal, the steel. It's Nitro V. Basically, it's a Scandy that just goes into a distal taper. You can see that. The handle on it is that fire hose micarta. It's black. Fire hose micarta with red pins and a red liner. Okay, it will come with a Kydex sleeve like this. And the blade is scuffed up. Anything that's got Kydex, folks, the blade's gonna be scuffed. I don't care what you do. It's just whenever you put it in, eventually you're gonna hit the sides of the Kydex. It's gonna scuff the blade. All right, so that's just part of carrying it in Kydex. All right. Okay, nice little knife. Give you some dimensions on it. 1 inch. width, 3 inches cutting edge, 7 1/4 overall. Okay, then I got one here that's got walnut, and it's just a little knife that I saved some steel on. Nitro V, got a Saber grind, just a standard old Saber grind. It's, I do those every now and then. Has the prototype logo on it. Anytime you see that inverted logo, that's indicating a prototype. Nitro V. And this one is, I would say that's 3/32 right there. That is very thin blade. Will come with a Kydex sleeve, like so. And the handle is black walnut with oak pins. See the oak pins? And it has a very thin white liner on it. Blade width is 7/8. Cutting edge is 2 7/8. Overall is 7 1/8. This one here, I had to wrestle with myself to list it, but I can't use them all. So anyway, here's what started the little stubby. I had a trapper, and I messed up the grind on it, so this became the stubby was a result of that. This is the very first one. Full flat, made out of AEBL stainless steel. Has burlap micarta, that's brown burlap micarta with micarta pins. And the liner is 1/8 inch. It's a very thick black. I don't know if you can see that. It's a black liner. Okay, black micarta. Cutting edge is, man, this would be a phenomenal little EDC knife. 2 1/8 cutting edge. Overall is 6 1/2. The handle portion is 3 3/4. And you got the little choil there, which is about 3/4 or so. But I mean, it's not too big, not too small. A caping knife, small game knife, EDC. There you go. If you have a young man or young lady that needs a first knife, there's your ticket right there. Good high quality knife. All right. This is a very old knife. I think this one was made in 2018. I did a laser on it, just try to memorialize it. It is made out of CPM 154. Okay. And I think that is 1/8 inch. It's kind of got a distal taper there to a very fine point. It's a rat tail tang. That is black walnut. Okay. And I mean this, I don't know which one is lighter. I think this one may be a little lighter, but it is not much. No sheath, just as is, full flat grind. It's just a slicing dude. Cutting edge is 3 3/4. Overall is 8 1/4. I mean, it's just a very comfortable knife. You want a knife, a nice size knife or a neck knife, that right there is the ticket, folks. Matter of fact, I almost kept that just for that reason. I'm like, man, I can't keep them all. Okay, 90-degree spine on all these. Okay, all my knives have a 90-degree spine because it is more useful than not having a 90-degree spine. All right, all my knives have 90-degree spine. You can take the 90 degrees off in areas that you choose to do so. Okay, it's very simple. Take some steel wool or some very high grit sandpaper or emery cloth and just dull the sides, round it off. If wherever you don't want it at and it starts tearing your thumb up, you don't want it there, then take it and just kind of smooth it out for you a little bit. So you can personalize it. All right. Okay, this is the Junior Outfitter. This is Prototype A. Randy probably gonna get upset that I'm gonna sell Prototype A, but hey, gotta make a living. This one is Coyote Sure Touch with orange liners and orange pins. Okay. This is prototype. I said A. This is B. Okay, prototype B. At the handle, the width is inch and let's say 1/8. Scandy portion is 2.5. Overall is 3 3/4. So the Scandy portion is 1 1/4 inches. Okay. Overall is 8.5. Okay, there you go. Very nice knife. Junior Outfitter. Okay, here's the one that started the Mini. All right, again, messed up on the trapper. so I started this and I said, hey, you know, I gotta save the knife. So I saved the knife, the blade, and it became the first Mini. All right, there you go. And again, this is one of those that is, it started out as an 1/8 inch, and then I thinned the blade down. So the blade is ground down to about, man, it's probably thinner than 3/32. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is very thin, okay? So, I mean, it is like a little razor blade. So AEBL, it will come with a sheath, this leather sheath, and it has been worn. You'll see markings on it, scuff marks. It has been used. So that is green Sure Touch with brass pins. The cutting edge is 2 inches. Overall is 6.5. The width of the blade at the widest part is 3/4. Okay. It will fit a belt. I don't think it'd go 2-inch belt. It'd be tight for 2 inches. If you're less than 2 inches, you'll be all right. I don't know belt with. Okay, there you go. That is a good little knife right there. Okay, here is the Necessity A model. All right, and it's got the paracord wrap. It's got a little bit of use, a little dirty, but look at the back. What does that say? 3V. I had a little piece of 3V and I just played around. That's where Necessity came from. All right, okay. Paracord wrapped, a little frayed in places, but hey, still usable. Blade width is inch and right at the choil here. Let's go inch, a little over inch and a fuzz. All right. The Saber portion is 1.5. The Scandy portion is 1 3/8. The overall is 6.5. All right. It will come with this Kydex sleeve. There you go. All right. Okay, this eventually became the XXX. This is prototype B. All right. AEBL. Orange Sure Touch. Neon green liners with neon green pins. Okay. The blade width, I think this blade may be a little wider than the XXXs are. At that widest part is 1 inch, a little over 1.25 inches. Is a very high Saber, which the others don't have that Saber that high. Saber is 2.5. The Scandy, the portion this here to the tooth, the whole Scandy portion is 1.5 inches. Handle is 4.5. Overall is 9 3/4. Or I'm sorry, 8 3/4. 8 3/4. Okay. This is the narrow, the thin Sure Touch, the 3/16. Okay. So there you go. Very good knife. AEBL stainless steel. All right. Okay, here is a Sportsman with a high Saber grind. Sportsman with a high Saber grind, and also the handle is extended up to the, most of the time the handle is short. It comes to about there. But this one, the handle is extended all the way up. Very contoured. I mean, it's you'd have to want to get rid of it. Like, it's not going to slip out of your hands. Has orange Sure Touch, lime or neon green liners, neon green pins. Very high Saber. A phenomenal knife in the kitchen. If you want to get a knife for your kitchen chores, then this is a great knife for that. 4-inch cutting edge, 4 and 7/8 handle. So if you got a wide hand, you need a long handle, there you go, right there, 4 and 7/8. Overall is 9 1/4. Okay, a lot of knife in a small package right there. That is pretty close to the knife that I used to skin out a hog when I was testing out the Sportsman model, the prototype. So that is very close. Look at that belly there. Man, that Sportsman, hard to beat that Sportsman design. It really is. So anyway, there you go. No sheath, just the knife. Okay, I've got two, count them, 2. Look at that. Master Bushman's first runs. Okay, this one is made out of Nitro V. This is one that I use for quite a long time. I'm keeping the prototype. I'm not going to ever get rid of that one. But we'll let this one go. This one is has that yellow / gold thin liner with black pins and African blackwood. Okay, has the scallops, thumb scallops. So this one, man, still very, very sharp. Okay, no sheath, but phenomenal knife. Love that Master Bushman. Okay, now here is a Master Bushman first run. See where the first run is? There's a 1 that was stamped there. This is when I was trying to transfer over between hand stamp and laser, and I lasered over the 1 that is stamped. Okay, so the Master Bushman and the first run is lasered, but the logo is hand stamped, and it's hollow. It's a hollow grind. See that? See that? Hollow grind. Okay. And there you go. Texas stamp. Nitro V. All right, what's the date on that? January 21. So it's over a year old. All right, if you don't know what the Master Bushman specs are, right at the point or the tooth, 1.5 inches wide. This hollow point or hollow grind is about 2 3/8. The Scandy portion is 1 3/4. And if you guys don't know anything about my multi grinds, this bevel here that you sharpen is the same angle all the way through. So they're very easy to sharpen. All right. Okay. Very easy. There's lots of videos on sharpening a knife. This one will come with a sheath. Just your basic right hand sheath. Okay. Little scratches, little scuffs, a little dirty. Has been used. Man, pollen. Okay. Here is prototype A of the Master Sportsman. Hollow grind. Okay. Has the orange Sure Touch, the long extended handle like the other Sportsman with the Saber. Black pins and a black liner. Okay. The hollow portion is 2 5/8. Scandy portion is 1 5/8. Handle is 4 7/8. Overall is 9 1/4. Blade width at the tooth is a little over 1 1/8. All right. Great knife. If you have a Sportsman in your family, or if you're a Sportsman, You need to try this knife. This, I just got so many designs coming out that, you know, I didn't give this fair due, but we'll be coming out with this probably before fall. We'll probably be doing a special limited run of these things, but with a few little modifications and so on and so forth. Had this in field trials with a trapper, and he made some suggestions, so we took his advice. But this Prototype A is it's a phenomenal knife. It really is. Okay, I think we're down to the final knife. Here we go. This is the Beastmaster. I don't know what it is. This knife, I listed it, and I didn't list it, but I mentioned it in one of my updates. This one is 3V. It is 3V steel. I think it's 1/8 inch. No, it's 5/32. 5/32 3V steel. Has a Saber grind. This was a custom build that the customer decided that he wanted to make some changes, so we're going to put this one on the market. 9-inch cutting ability. 9 inches of an edge. That would do some damage. Okay, the choil is the finger choil is 1 3/4. The handle is 4-inch, and the handle is made from camo Sure Touch, copper pins, and a very thick 1/8 inch neon liner. Okay, it fills up the hand, very blade heavy, which you would expect on the chopper. Once you choke up on it, it's very nimble. It resembles, or he wanted something that resembled the Borneo Parang, and so this was the design that we came up with. Extended pommel, has hidden lanyard. But this right here, man, if you needed a bushwhacker, maybe that's a good name for this, bushwhacker. This is it. That point right there, that puts a hurt on something. Man, alive. Man, I thought about keeping this one myself. Okay. At the widest part of the blade, I want to give you that. About 2 inches. 2 inches at the widest part. Okay. Now this one is going to be around $700, folks. I mean, it's 3V. There's enough 3V to do 2.5 anyway knives. So it's a lot of steel, a lot of work, a lot of cost put into this. Okay, so it's going to be right at $700. All right. Okay. But everything else is going to be kind of reduced and try to get rid of them and clear the drawers so we can start stocking up on some more for the next sale. All right, we try to do this at least maybe once or twice a year. Do a sale, clear out the drawers, and so we can make room for more. So I know it's been a long one, but again, Friday the 29th of April. 29th of April at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, 1 o'clock East Coast time, 12 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Pacific. Okay, on my website, wcknives.com, on the available custom knives webpage. These knives will pop up and pricing accordingly. They will be somewhere a percentage off of what the normal retail price is, because some of them have been used, some have not. Like this one, it will not be discounted for various reasons. Okay, one is hasn't been used. It's a brand new dive. Okay, thank you guys for sticking with me through this, and we'll catch you guys again very, very soon. Get a backyard whittle on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you. Get the opportunity. Don't forget those plenty of band-aids and lots of knives. Catch you again soon. Bye.